Dun 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 dun. Little pig, let me in.
Bruh. Once again, you're gonna hear someone snoring upstairs. That's my neighbor. I swear he loves to sleep a lot. Somebody needs to persuade him that he needs to do some kind of sleep study. You know, I think he has sleep apnea, but I don't know. It is what it is. And you might hear trains go by that direction, off in the distance in that direction. But this direction, oh, it's right there. Like you're gonna hear it from this direction. And why am I wearing sunglasses indoors? Well, I'm on the mend. I'm slowly but surely getting better. I was very sick for 3 weeks. But now I'm dealing with the aftermath symptoms. One of those symptoms is actually pretty hardcore right now, which is sensitivity to light. All right, cool beans. But I'm not here to make this video why I'm wearing sunglasses and all that indoors, to tell you all how loud the train's going by in each direction, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to tell you that my neighbor, talk about my neighbor and how he snores a lot, but I gotta say something, all right? There are things I need to get off my chest. I really, 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 really need to get some things off my chest. I got to do it. You know? I got to do it. Sure do. I have to. Well, I don't have to do or say anything, but when you got to get something off your chest, you get it out of your chest. So, like I said, I got to get some things off my chest. And I'm going to talk about a variety of things and people. And I'm going to help you all realize and help you all learn and relearn how and why accountability works both ways. I don't give a damn which way you love to say it. Goes both ways, works both ways. As long as you say, if you and I both agree that it's true that accountability goes or works both ways. Kind of like disrespect, respect, disloyalty, loyalty, like karma. Me personally, I don't believe in karma. But to use it as an example, right? What's another way of saying karma? What's another way for it to say it? Some people say, oh, you made your bed, now you sleep in it. Some people say what goes around comes back around. Some people say you reap what you sow. All that's fine and dandy. But don't sit there and talk about karma like you know something about it when really you don't in reality. Kind of like the very people talking a big game about accountability and loyalty. See, the problem with these people or in these YouTube streets, I don't give a damn if you want to talk about loyalty at your work for some big time company that you work for as an accountant or a clerk, or you work for some grocery store, corporate grocery store as a cashier or a stocker or some like a manager or something like that, and department manager. I don't care if it's U-Crops or whatever, Earth Fare or Kroger, Food Line, you name it. There's a lot of people out there talking about a big game about loyalty. But the problem is they twist the definition of the word loyalty around like this. They keep on twisting it for their own benefit. Those people, you need to watch out for. Real talk. Like I said, when the benefits end, the loyalty stops. They're not concerned about giving you loyalty. They're more concerned about you believing their bullshit lies, giving in to their bullshit lies, and you give them loyalty. That's why a lot of you out there talking about loyalty right now, you all need to shut the fuck up. That's coming from me. Want to talk about respect and all that and karma. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. You all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Starting with Triple T. Just recently, I saw 2 shorts of yours there, Triple T, of somebody calling you or saying something about being a rat. And you said to the said person, there's no need to yell. How many times have I heard you yell at people on your panel, on your channel? How many times? So it's okay for you to yell at people, but when somebody yells at you, all hell breaks loose. Bruh, you need, point blank, you need to be held accountable. That's all there is to it. Because you going around accusing people of something that they didn't do and didn't say, and you wonder you wonder why people come after you and start yelling at you. Well, when you go around and say, oh, well, apparently so-and-so beat a woman without actually providing the proof. That's all you care about, right? Receipts? Huh? That's all you care about. That's all you care about, huh? Well, here's a receipt. That's all you care about. You're such a dumbass, man. And you're probably just going to say, oh, Red Reaper hates me. No, I don't hate you. I do not hate you or anybody else. I just think you need to be held accountable. You need to calm your jets. You need to calm yourself. You need to cool your jets, bruh. Because you're going around accusing people of something that they didn't do, didn't say, and all that. I'm surprised nobody has actually really crashed out on your panel before, simply because you accuse said person of actually, because you think he or she did or said something that he or she didn't actually do. So, I mean, you made your bed, now you sleep in it and all that. You reap what you sow. And here you are talking about karma as a Christian, which makes no freaking sense. And you're probably going to sit there and say, oh, well, Red, you need to face the consequences too. Hey, I'm not the one out here going around accusing people of some things that they didn't do, didn't say. That's your business. And that kind of business might get your ass kicked. By the way, you got some supporters going around threatening some people in Creek Squad. Oh, I'm going to gouge out your eyeballs. What's his face said to Nick Phillips. I'm going to do this. I hope you never see me in public. Bruh, let me tell you all something. Now, I don't know what Nick Phillips's criminal record is, but if he has no criminal record, he has no felons, none of that, you all want to sit there or sit around and threaten Nick Phillips, I'd watch what the fuck you do. Because if one of you actually sees Nick Phillips, I want to hear and see Nick Phillips point a gun at your fucking heads. Let's see how fucking tough you are then. Something tells me you all ain't gonna gouge out his eyeballs while he's pointing a fucking 12-gauge shotgun to your fucking heads if he's gonna blow your heads off. That would be fun to watch. No joke. And moving on, and this is more in general. Now everybody's all pissed off at me because I don't mince words anymore. So that pisses you off. Well, this is coming from the same group who told everybody that they used to be drug addicts. Now they're ex-drug addicts. And the irony is they go after not only Square, but also Ryan Upchurch of supposedly misusing drugs or misusing Adderall or just taking Adderall in general or just whatever. Aren't you the same people who said, oh, I'm an ex-drug addict? And you're the same people who suspect of Square misusing drugs, still in active drug addiction. Look, let me tell you all something. If you're in active drug addiction, that does not affect me. That's y'all's business. Y'all keep that drug bullshit out the way. I guess I never fit in with y'all's group. That's why. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all keep that drug bullshit out there. Away from me. And besides, you're not the ones who care about other people's recovery. You care about your recovery, which is fine, but when you sit there and you claim that you care about recovery in general, then you must care about some other people's recovery as well, or recoveries. And jumping into the political arena. What dumbass bitch? Who in the blue hell breathes into her mic like this? Wears a freaking hat, a black hat that says freedom on it, right? Like she's the poster child of freedom and all that. There's a lot of people who think they're the face of rights and freedoms. But Erica Kirk, lady, you breathing in your mic like that, wearing that freedom hat, was so cringe. It was so cringe, man. I can't stand that lady. And I've seen pictures of her with different men. Listen, let me tell you all something. What if Erica Kirk is the opposition? What if? What if Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul, what if Charlie Kirk was also the opposition? It's no big secret that the Democrats and the Republicans, they don't give a fuck about your well-being. They don't give a fuck about y'all's health. You're being played. And now all of a sudden, if you so much as criticize or talk shit or say anything against Israel or ICE, oh my gosh, you are going to jail. Well, ICE is going to take you to one of their detention centers or camps, whatever, and possibly sexually assault you, abuse you, or just abuse you in general. Well, maybe, let me tell you all over there in ICE, if you all just did your fucking jobs and got rid of the illegals, we wouldn't be here talking about this bullshit now, would we? Just do your fucking job. Do it the humane way. And y'all wonder why people shoot your dumbasses or they swing their baseball bats at your fucking heads and then all of a sudden you're fucking retarded for life. Like, shut the fuck up. And you fucking liberals, you are so fucking stupid and fake. One minute that you all say, oh, we're so against gun rights. And then here comes ICE doing their aggressive tactics. And all of a sudden, the Second Amendment is great now. Huh? Huh. Wow. So we went from Democrats and Republicans caring for each other, especially the Democratic voters and Republican voters caring for each other because of 9/11. And then all this time, the Supreme Court got rid of this 10 Commandments. Sometime, what was it, 2004, 2005-ish. The Supreme Court ruled that the cops are not constitutionally bound to protect you all and all that. And here comes the gun confiscations of New Orleans because of some damn hurricane called Katrina. and people bitching and complaining about the late arrival of the federal government for aid. Kind of like people were bitching and complaining about the lack of lack of aid from the federal government for those affected with the floods in North Carolina last year or sometime, whatever. Well, there's y'all's sign. The federal government doesn't give a damn about you all. Just telling y'all. And of course, you got the conservatives, whatever, bitch and complain about their gun rights. Bruh. Especially they're saying, oh, it's going to be civil war. Let's think about that realistically for a second. If it's going to be a civil war because your gun rights were taken away from you by some dumbass governor in Virginia, her name is Abigail Spanberger. I call her Schittsburger. You all bitch and complain about that bullshit. You want to call for civil war, and next minute you're going to sit there and say, oh, the Supreme Court's going to just overrule this. You give blind trust to the Supreme Court to do everything good. The Supreme Court actually has a rocky history of flip-flopping, being for gun rights, and then next minute being against gun rights. But y'all gonna sit there and talk about civil war. You all realize that the cops and the military has you all outgunned, right? Right? Shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna do a damn thing. Oh, I'm gonna do something, man. I'm gonna do something. Okay. Do something, man. When they come and knock into your door and they plan on confiscating your guns, do something then. Do something. Be about it. Shut the fuck up. Be about it. Don't just talk about it. And there's a lot of people. There's three types of people, especially in these YouTube streets. You all want to bitch and complain about, oh, well, so-and-so slandered me. Oh, I'm going to sue somebody. Number one, there's people who goes around and says, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to sue this person, I'm going to sue that person for defamation of character. But never follows through. Number two, people who think they're trolls, but yet they took things into real life. They're not even trolls, or they are fail trolls. Yeah. Actually, based on what I've seen, these people who call themselves trolls, they get mad when you troll them. Funny how that works. And number three, there's a lot of people in real life, people on the internet, who think they're badasses, especially the gun owners and all that. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna pull a nub when shit gets real, when shit hits the fan. It's gonna get so bad, you all just gonna ball up in your little balls and get in your blankies and all that, and be like, oh, I called for civil war, but I don't want it anymore. I don't want the violence anymore. Well, that's what you wanted. You called for it. Cowboy up, buck up. Like I said, either you shut the fuck up and be about it, or don't say anything at all. Be careful what you wish for, especially the people who call for civil war because of their gun rights have been taken away from them. And I would say to the trolls out there, when you take things into real life, be careful. Be very, very careful. Because you might just end up getting your ass kicked, or you might end up having a 12-gauge shotgun pointed to your fucking chest. And this whole doxing bullshit, and then basically people dox each other. When one side dox the other side doxes the other side, whatever. It's a never-ending circle. A never-ending circle of bullshit. Cesspool of bull crap. With every action, there's a reaction. And with every reaction, there's another reaction. Why don't you all get that? And besides, I'd be careful who you dox. You might end up doxing a hacker. This back and forth tit for tat doxing, it's got to stop. All right? But y'all might as well grab some popcorn because this is going to be a long video.
Yankees suck! Yankees suck! Hey, Yankees suck! Yankees suck!